Hey everybody, it's Nick with Two Brothers Comics. Today, Dustin and I want to talk to you about our top 5 favorite pickups for the year of 2019.
Alright guys, so we have had a pretty good year in comic books. We've both picked up some really cool stuff. So we're going to do a top 5 rundown of our, maybe not the best, most expensive books, but personally what we're most proud to have added to our collection. So I'm going to let Nick go first because I don't want to throw too much fire out right off the bat.
Yeah.
And steal all his thunder.
Let me guess what your first one is. Probably a Morphin book, right?
You don't worry about what I got.
All right. So for number 5 on my list, I'm most proud of this one because of what I paid for it. All right. Fantastic Four Annual, number 6. First appearance of Annihilus, and also I believe a baby Reed Richards. I'll double check that. This book right now is hot. It's a huge spec comic, but I didn't pick it up for those reasons. I just liked the cover. I was in a live auction on Facebook. I got this thing for less than $30. Okay. This book in the condition right now, I mean, it's going for several hundred. Yeah. So for me,
big pickup.
Great pickup at the price. I love the cover. And if anything actually does come to fruition with Annihilus being, one of the big bads in the MCU, I made a killing.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 5?
Well, I think you already hit it.
It's Morphin time.
It is Morphin time, guys. As you guys can see, Nick's got his little Dragon Ball guys out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let Tommy kick it with me today. My number 5 pickup, Clayton Crane, limited to 300 copies of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 40. Awesome artwork. I think I probably bought like 4 different covers for this issue just because I couldn't decide which one I really liked the most. This one right here, absolutely top dog out of all of them. Easy on my number 5. I was able to actually meet Mr. Clayton Crane and get it signed. So, that was an easy pick for me. I was super, super psyched to get that and be able to add that to my collection this year. And this one is number 222 of 300. So, from Scorpion Comics and Mr. Clayton Crane, you guys get my number 5.
All right, number 4. I don't have it with me. I sent it off, but it's Incredible Hulk 340. I'll put it up here. It's actually being, yeah. And Dustin will love that. And I'll explain why here in a second. But
me.
No, I purchased first. What do they say? The earliest bird gets the worm. Bigger wallet gets the comic. You didn't know about the worm until
this bird told you about it. You knew I was going to buy that book the following week.
Bigger wallet gets the comic. That's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
No, but I love the cover, man. And the guy we bought it from said it was in great condition. I was like,
it was unbelievable.
I paid a premium for it. I mean, it was a little high end, but if it was as good a condition as he said it was, I picked it up. It's phenomenal. So it's actually being signed at CGC. You guys all saw it in one of our earlier videos. But for me, I love the cover, but I also love the story behind it, and it will always get that reaction from Dustin.
Oh, yeah.
And when it comes back from CGC at a 9.8 with Todd McFarlane's signature on it, he still can't have it.
Whatever.
So what's your number 4?
My number 4, I picked up last weekend from my boys out in Calhoun, Georgia, Mr. Shane Hester and Mr. Dustin Ruff. This is a TMNT issue number 4, and this is hashtag high grade. This thing right here is beautiful. I mean, it may have one little ink right there, but with a press, this Joker is going to hit a high 9 all day. Beautiful cover. I mean, it's TMNT number 4. Number 4. And in that great of a grade, you looked at the book. I opened the book up and show it to you. I mean, it looks good. Extremely high grade and, iconic cover. So that one I was super happy to add to my collection this year. So absolutely. Number 4 is number 4. I didn't even plan that. I just noticed that. Number 4, TMT, number 4.
All right, number 3. So for me, I was really, really proud of this. Okay. So I picked up a couple of them this year. Killing Joke, right? Classic. I wanted a 9.8, but I didn't want to go buy graded. So I bought several raws this year. Bought 3. One was for Dustin. It's actually sitting up above him. It's only a 9.4. I have one up behind my head up here. It's a 9.8. This one's a 9.8. So I had to choose which one I was going to put up. But for me, my third favorite pickup were my Killing Jokes this year.
Yep. Right on. Well, my third one is going to get a little sappy because my third pickup was a book that my sweet, precious little brother bought me for my birthday. And it's Raphael #1, first appearance of Casey Jones. And it is sketched and signed on the inside cover by Mr. Kevin Eastman. So, you know, getting that for my birthday.
We're not all bad here.
What's that?
I said, I'm not all bad.
Yeah. So he's all right. He definitely did good for me this year on my birthday. Hooked me up with this Raphael #1, and it's not bad either. I mean, there's a few spine ticks, but with the black border around this book, I mean, you guys that have seen it and know about this book, I mean, it's really not an easy book to get a super high grade in. But picking this up for my birthday from my little brother with the signature and everything, absolutely an easy #3 to put in my collection this year.
Wait till he sees his Christmas present.
See, Mommy, we can play nice.
All right, and it's funny you say that. So my #2 pickup for the year, okay, is actually not just one, but it is a series of books, okay? And just so happens that Dustin got it for me on my birthday this year.
Wow.
It happened.
Now see, everybody's going to think this was planned. This was not planned. We just
I don't like him that much
awesome,
to plan something else sappy. Yeah. So for my birthday this year, he got me Wolverine #1, right? The limited series, phenomenal cover. I think that's an awesome, probably the best Wolverine cover. I love it. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was the following week, you were at Atlanta ComiKon, and you called me and said, "Hey man, 2 through 4's here. Do you want me to grab them for you?" I said, "Yeah, if you want to negotiate, get them down to what I want." Because to be honest with you guys, I really don't negotiate very well. It's what I do for a living, but I don't do well with it in comics. You tell me a price, I'm generally like, okay. But he'll negotiate, which is great. So he picked these up for me, right? 2, 3, and 4. And he ended up grabbing those for me. And so I ended up getting all of them about the same time. So for me, my favorite pickup, Wolverine 1 through 4 limited series, given to me by Dustin.
Wow. The birthday books all ended up being in the #3s. That's pretty special.
Yep.
All right. Now, my #2. People are going to argue this should be your #1, but it's not. My #2, I bought this book raw at a comic shop, Oxford Comics here in Atlanta, Georgia. Bought it off their back wall. Got a slamming deal on it. Sent it off to get graded, and it came back at a scorching hot 9.8. First appearance of Gambit. Uncanny X-Men 266 is my #2 pickup for the year.
But remember, it actually came back at a 7.5 first. And if you want to see that story, go check out our CGC unboxing video.
Yeah, my face whenever I saw that was pretty priceless. So, and then
don't spoil it for them. Just it came back a 7.5.
Definitely go check out our CGC unboxing featuring this book here. It was a whole ordeal, but absolutely, this is an easy #2. If I hadn't picked up the book that I have slotted for my #1, this would be my #1. But huge pickup here, especially to pick it up raw and send it off and it come back at a 9.8. No brainer there. So first appearance of Gambit is my #2.
All right. So for my #1, this was by far and will forever be my most favorite and treasured comic I will ever have. And I can say that with a safe bet. My mind will never change. I just sent it back to CGC, though, because they misspelled something on the label, which I will say they did a great job at getting back to me pretty quickly and getting it fixed. but it's Absolute Carnage #1 sketch variant. But what's special about that is I took my little girl to her first comic shop visit, put her footprints on it, and wrote down the date, which comic shop we visited, which was Haven Comics here in Huntsville, and sent it off to get it graded. It came back a 9.8 qualified. I think they just kind of gave me a 9.8 because of the meaning. It wasn't that great shape of a book, but will forever be my most treasured comic. And I'll put a picture up. But for me, easily, far and away, something that if I ever sell everything, that'll be the last thing that ever goes. Right. Nobody will ever buy it, but it's something I'll always keep with me. So what's your #1? Nothing's going to top that because that was sweet, it was sentimental, and it was precious.
My #1. Now.
Oh my God. Hold on. Is it a Morphin book too? Please tell me it's not a Power Ranger book.
It's not a Power Rangers book. I only have one Power Rangers book make the top 5. This book I searched high and low for once I found out that these books were in existence. Searched high and low. I hit eBay. Every comic shop I go in, I ask them for them. I still ask them for them. Nobody ever carries them. And I had a hard time going to eBay because I didn't want to worry about the grade not being what it was. So I actually went into Instagram, searched the hashtag Mortal Kombat Comics, and I found a guy that was selling this, and he gave me an awesome slamming deal on it. He sent me tons of pictures before I bought it so I could see what it would be as far as an estimated grade. And boy, did I make the right choice, because this bad boy came back at a 9.8, and it is my limited edition Mortal Kombat #1 hologram cover in 9.8. And this thing is beautiful. I don't care if you like Mortal Kombat, if you don't like Mortal Kombat, this is an awesome, awesome book. And, I've got
clean.
Out of all the Mortal Kombat books I got, and I picked them all up almost. There's a few I'm missing, but this was the one that I couldn't get. I couldn't find it. And when I did find it, it wasn't in good enough condition. But I mean, look at that. You've got the flames. I mean, I'm sure I'm getting really bad glare on it, but I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, I guess your book was pretty sweet, but this right here, this is killer. So
the gram came through for you.
That's it. Absolutely. And I was hoping for a little higher, but there's no way you can be mad at a 9.8. So
no,
it was great. So we both had a pretty great year, I think. And there's tons of other books that we both picked up that could make the top 5. I would probably give an honorable mention to my Ultimate Fallout #4, Amazing Adventures. Number 11 here was a big one for me. So I got a lot of good stuff this year, stuff that I was really, really happy to get.
Yeah, another one of mine, I mean, Giant Size Defenders #3, First Korvac. I was kind of proud to get that one for the price I did. Ray #0 up here. I actually picked up the entire first 9. Man, I paid next to nothing if you really think about it. I sent it off to get graded. Came back a 9.6. I was real happy with that. Now, it should have been a 9.8. I mean, if that Uncanny came back a 9.8 with white pages, I'd have no clue how that one didn't. That's why grader notes, I think, should be given to you.
They must have saw that extra $100 bill I slipped in the middle of that book.
Yeah. Would have taken more than that. But no, I mean, and then I got a couple things back here on the wall. I like that Bone number 13. It's signed by Jeff Smith, actually. So that was really cool to pick up this year. It was one of the first trade paperbacks, or really first comics I had ever read as a kid. Didn't know it was actually a comic. It was just a trade that I was kind of given in, and I remember reading it as a kid. So that was special. I'm not buying a #1 because I'm not spending that kind of money on it. But then a couple other ones, I picked up that I really liked. Deadpool versus Old Man Logan was one of the first, or the first slab I ever picked up. I bought a book from Reggie Collects. But a couple of, really neat things. I'm just slowly going to kind of fill in the wall with the comics that I like. So,
yeah, I mean, I guess I could have thrown in my New Mutants 98 or my X Factor #6, but I don't know.
New Mutants 98. That's a story to tell.
These were easy goes for me because they were books that when I got them, they definitely put the smile on my face. So, But
Yep.
all right, guys, that's
that's
our
what it's
top
about.
5 for the year. Let us know what you think. Who do you guys think had the better year? Who do you guys think had the better top 5? And what was your top 5? Let us know in the comments section. Make sure you like this page. Make sure you hit that bell next to it. Hit subscribe. And as always, collect your way.
Collect your way.